afternoon.
Had he completely given up his electrical?
No, he was...
He was still doing that?
Well, he was... he had a... Well, see, actually, Rodale Press was a part of the electrical business for its first 15 years. There was only one company,
Mm-hmm.
and Rodale Press was a division of Rodale Manufacturing Company.
Mm-hmm.
And both my father and my uncle were partners. In somewhere, I guess it was after I started work, Rodale Press was incorporated. Oh yeah, Rodale Press was incorporated as a separate company, I think about 1947. But then my uncle got half the stock. My father, they were equal partners.
Mm-hmm.
But they both made a lot of money during the war because they sold not only a lot of electrical stuff to the Army, but they made machine gun mounts for B-17 bombers too. They had they were making military parts.
Mm-hmm. And that was all here?
In Emmaus, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so they each one had, for the first time in their lives, a little bit of money. My uncle invested his, and my father, quote unquote, invested his in book publishing. He started publishing Story Classics, which was a fine limited editions of short stories by famous authors, which lost a lot of money. Basically lost all his money in the publishing. And this so angered my uncle. My father, I was there one time, my father showed my uncle an illustration that he bought for a book by Philip Evergood. And he said, I bought 12 of these illustrations and I'm paying $1,000 each for these pictures.
And this is in 1948 or so?
Somewhere in there, 49. So my uncle got so angry about this that he figured, I got to really punish my punish my brother.
Even though it was your father's money?
Yeah, well, it was both of theirs, you see.
Oh, okay.
They were both partners, but this was Rodale Press, which was, of course, losing a lot of money then.
Mm-hmm.
It took another 10 years after this event before it ever went in the black.
Mm-hmm.
But my Uncle Joe, who was a wonderful guy, and I got along with him well, to punish his brother, he gave him his half of Rodale Press. He said, Jerry, he said, I'm finished with you. I don't want any part of any company that would...
Was he an older brother?
He was older, but only like a couple of years older.
And that was the way he punished him? He gave it all to him?
He gave him his half of Rodale Press. And my father thought, this is like the worst thing that could happen to me. And because I remember one conversation that a lot of this was discussed in the family, but somewhere about that time my father began to think about estate planning, and he talked to his lawyer, Louis Stamberg. He said, should I start giving my children some of the stock in Rodale Press? And Stamberg's reply was, why would you want to punish them? What bad things did they ever do to you? That's the kind of enterprise it was. But